Well, here we are again. I pushed the wrong button. Chocolate chip cookies. So we will start with, I know you need to have cataract surgery. I'm just going to let you warm up naturally. I don't have time to wait. I have to get this done. So we're going to put a pound of butter. I'm making chocolate chip cookies. I guess I already said that. And I got the oven on, which is also nice because it warms up the house. I'm going to nuke these because I want them to be okay. So now, I feel so bad that you're all steamy like that. There's that better. Oh, look at you. You're doing better. Okay, so that's the first thing we need. I'm going to just take the recipe off the back of the PC decadent chips thing. Okay, so we need a cup of fresh churned butter, salted. Well, we're just going to stick with regular old butter. 1 cup of packed brown sugar. So we're doubling the recipe. So we've got 2 cups of butter. We're going to have 2 cups of sugar. So let's get our sugar out. It sure smells burning in this oven. I guess it's okay. Okay, now I don't have brown sugar, so I'll make brown sugar. I'll take molasses and sugar. Take a little molasses. Maybe I should put you in the microwave. No, never do that. Okay. There. Now our butter's all melted. It's a lot easier to beat when it's melted. Okay, so we need a 1 cup measuring stick. This is only 3/4. Okay, so I need 2 cups. So, to do that, I know you're steamed up again. 3/4 plus 3/4 is what? 1 1/2. And then so we'll take 2/3 of this, and that will be our 2nd cup. Okay, and now we will add, I say okay a lot, I've noticed that. There. Okay, so now I'll take some molasses. And we just want to turn it brown. So whatever it takes to turn it brown. We'll stir that up and see if it's brown enough. Oh, it's ready. I'll open the oven and let it heat the room up. Okay, what do you think? That's my new words I have to kill. Okay, what do you think? See, that's not very brown, is it? I know you're steaming up again. Just a minute, just a minute. I hear you, I hear you. Okay. Okay, there's another okay. Look at that. You might be able to see for a second, too. Fancy molasses. Here's what you want to make it the color you want. Brown. Okay, see, isn't that easier than beating it with all that time and trouble? Okay, and now we need a 1/2 cup of granulated sugar, so we're doubling it. So that's 1 cup. Where did my measuring cup go? Here it is. That's not it. That's a 2/3 of a cup. Here it is, over here. 3/4 of a cup. So I'll add another a third of this is another quarter. Since there's 3/4 in there. Okay, and then we want 2 eggs. So we're doubling it. How many is that? Come on, remember your math. Okay, some eggs. I said okay again. 4 eggs. Yes. What can I say instead of okay? Righto. Oops. We'll remove the shell gingerly. Two eggs. That's the Count Dracula from Sesame Street. 3 eggs. And how many is this? 4. 4 eggs. Okay, 4. Oops, I said okay again. Well, it's probably okay to say okay sometimes. Is it a time filler? You don't need an electric mixer to make cookies. Just a nice spoon of any sort. You could even use a fork. You could probably use a spatula. Probably use your fingers. Okay, 1 teaspoon of vanilla. One teaspoon twice. 1 plus 1. Now remember, what is your answer there, folks? All my friends out there. You guys really make my life what it is. I love reading comments. I spend most of every day reading comments now. That's right. There's a lot of things I like to do, but I don't have time. Okay, here's 2 cups of flour. What are they adding to this? Okay, we're going to add the flour and stuff separately. Let's mix that separately. Okay, so we need to put in this container 2 cups of flour. So that becomes 4. I can't show you across the room because my house is too filthy and someone will say, ew, it's gross. And they're right, it is gross. But I could clean the house or I could make cookies. I can't do both. So 4 cups of flour. I'm just going to start with 1 cup to add all this stuff to it. 1 teaspoon of baking powder and 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Oh, these are not my normal cookies. Baking powder and baking soda. Here's baking soda. Do I even have baking powder anymore? Here it is. Table Talk baking powder. You see, we have French stuff in Canada. Oh, Canada. So we remember how much is a teaspoon? 1 teaspoon of that. Actually, we needed 2, right? It's not quite enough. Make sure you squish up any lumps if you have lumps in your... 2 teaspoons of this. 1. 2. That's a Count Dracula again. And now what do I say? I say, okay, now we have nothing else in it. That's it, just the baking powder and baking soda. Since your hands are sanitary, you can stir it with your fingers. If they're not sanitary, just lick them. Okay, so that was 1 cup. And this is going to be 2 cuppeth. You see, you want to make sure your baking soda and baking powder are not going to be in a clump in your mouth when you eat your cookies. We don't have such a thing as self-rising flour in Canada. At least I've never seen it in 35 years. Someone may refute me. That's 3. Is it or is it not? Well, we better make sure. 1, 2, 3. Look at that, I have more than 3. We'll just top that up. Okay, except that last bit was not mixed around. Okay, so this is how it goes. Oh, yes. And then to this, they're going to want us to add 1 cup of oats. So that'll be doubled. It'll be 2 cups of oats. And 2 cups of chocolate chip cookies, which will be 4 cups of chocolate chips. Not chocolate chip cookies. Come on, really. Now, can you see this? How it's pretty sticky. Usually you would add more flour, but these guys, I think we should have oatmeal in there. So let's get some oatmeal. 2 cups of oatmeal. The trouble about not having your own teeth is that it's very hard to open bags and such anymore. So, 1, and 2, and then we're going to put in 4 cups of chocolate chips. You notice I didn't say okay. Okay, I did that for you, just so you know that I'm still me. These don't look very brown. They look a little sugary to me. More molasses. But I'm not going to add more because I'm done with that. I'm done with adding molasses. All we ever do is add molasses. Nope, it is empty. I can see it in the bottom there, but it's supposed to be. It thinks it's empty. Okay. Oops, I said it again. There I go again. Here we go again. Off down the road again. Soon I'm dreaming. Oh, I feel like I've been. Okay, so now we need, I've read this over and over, 4 of these cuparoos. I never add as much as they say I should add. 1. 2. Just going to be all chocolate chips, you know, held together with a little bit of cookie. 3. They just wanted me to use up the whole bag so I can buy another bag. Look at that. Now all I've got left is the recipe. Just the recipe. I think these are going to be chocolatey. I think this will do for the addiction. For whomsoever is addicted to this important legume, the cocoa bean, this will have to do. Oh, I know why it's still sticky. It's because I melted my butter. If your butter is not melted, it's not going to look quite like this. Oh, righty then. Hey, I didn't say okay. I'm learning. See why it's better to use a wooden spoon? If you use a beater, you're going to wreck your beater. As we remember. Don't you remember? Can't you remember that far back? It was only last week. Luckily, I have a dump where I could get another one. Okay, that's it. Oops, I said okay. So now we should take out of here a cookie tray. We shall wipe off the sugar that was left on it from the last batch, because that is a definite no-no. We will wipe it with our buttery. That didn't have any butter on it, neither did that. Or that. Or that. So we will stick our fingers in some butter instead. Ta-da! And in our most sanitary attitude, we will squish it all over. And the darker your pans are, the better they work. Don't go scrubbing all this nice black stuff off. No siree. No siree, Bob. I'll make myself a little room here. What's with the room denial? And I was about to say it, but I didn't. I made myself not say it at all. These are going to be pretty gooey. I think I added too much molasses. Could have. Oh yes, well we'll just do some test cookies. Well, I know better than that. These are definitely going to run all over. Okay, and how long are they supposed to cook for? 8 to 10 minutes. Oh, 375. Well, it's not at 375. It's at 350. That's going to make the bottom burner come on, which will burn the bottom of the cookies. Ungreased. Oh. 1 sheet at a time in the center of oven for 8 to 10 minutes or till just golden. Let cool on cookie sheet 1 minute. Then transfer to rack cool completely. Makes about 38 cookies. Or in our case, 76. 1 cookie is 190 calories. Oh my word. Well, if it's 190 calories, that's almost 200 calories. So you can have 10 of these. Will give you your whole day's calories. Isn't that wonderful? You don't have to eat anything else. 10 cookies and you're done. Oh, look. These are from the cookies I made last time. I don't usually clean off these sheets because, you know, I think these need a little flour. Because those are going to just spread everywhere. These have to be a little more floury just to hold together. Oops, down they go. Oops, oops, oops. Okay, well now. Oops, I said okay. Do you want to wait for 8 to 10 minutes? To watch me eat my cookies up. So these are the next ones to go in. We will put them somewhere safe. And we'll get the next pan out. Would you like to watch me? You know what it looks like on doing that thing, don't you? Oh, I think I have to remove some things again. I really need to do my dishes. Wipe the counters, clean the kitchen. But I'm getting ready to go somewhere. Okay, I added a bit more flour. I think this is what they meant. But I think I added so much molasses that it... See, cookies really need to be like that. So 10 of these is going to be all of your calories for the day. Isn't that exciting? Unless you wanted to eat your calories from tomorrow today too. Well, you know, you can always do that. Especially if tomorrow's Fast Sunday. Ha ha ha. Which it is. I would move you, but my fingers are a little gooey. Gooey, gooey fingers. Alrighty then, now we have it. 3 trays. How many more trays can we fill up? Is that it? We used to have lots of trays. Okay, so I guess the cookies situation is under control. And I know since you always want to know, what does it look like? What does it look like? You didn't show us the end. So I'm going to sit you on here. And I'm going to do the dishes. Because the dishes are getting to be a lot of them. Actually, there's not so many. It's just that they're everywhere. It's an all over the place kind of situation. Now, if you don't freak out, I'll let you see while I'm working here. And we could talk. We could talk to each other. Like we did when we were first married. La, 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 la. Have to get rid of some things. Excuse me here. Excuse me. Oh, well, hello. Going to work at this until the stuff is done, and then you'll know. So that's going to be a long time. If you're going to really get bored, well, don't blame me. You're the one that's still here. You know where the turn off button is. It's right there by the turn on button. Look at this awesome mug. Isn't that awesome? Love it. Makes awesome hot chocolate. Look at this, we're getting closer to being ready. Ready, 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 Freddy. And then soon we'll be doing the dishes. Sooner than you thought. Yes, we should even do the counters. Wouldn't that be something? That would be something else. Okay, now I need a washcloth. Yes, indeed. Here we are in the kitchen. My goodness, this floor needs work. And here we have a washi-clothie. Who sent this to me? You know who you are. Just say something if you know who you are. Let's see if you're still watching Nancy today, or if you've had enough. I've had enough of Nancy today. My word. Let's use some of this liquid soap over there. What a mess, what a mess. If you tell me it's a mess, I'll know that you've been listening because I just told you it's a mess. Now this stuff, I think it's mostly glycerin now. And it really doesn't do much for getting your dishes done. So it just went down the drain. Imagine. So we will take some real soap from over here in the real soap place. I wonder if I could just pour it into here. I wonder how much is going to spill. I know. Oh, it's spilling. You see all that shiny stuff there? That's glycerin. This is our newest source of soap for the dishes. We have to take those cookies out. Quickly, quickly, quickly. We have all this soap running everywhere. Soap, 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 soap. No, I will not be cooking on the stove for a while like that. Like right on the burners and such. Okay, this is what they look like if you don't add any more. If you don't add any more flour. But I added more flour. So these are going to stand up more. They will stand up and be counted. Eight. 10 minutes, so for 8 minutes. And if you want to stick around that long, you see, this is how I do the dishes. I put my washcloth in the soap. Wasteful, wasteful. And I leave the water running the whole time. Because then I don't have to have two sinks. And this is my shiny dishes recipe. So you see, look at how they shine. Ooh. Shiny, shiny, shiny. And eventually all that glycerin will fall to the bottom of that. And then I will throw it away too, because dishes don't need to have their hands nice and soft, soft. Would you like to be able to see the dishes as they're being washed? Would that make you really happy? Happy, happy, happy! Well, let's do a little tidying up further afield. Hey, look at, I got these. You can cook in them. Can you imagine that? You can bake bread in them. That's what they're selling them for in the store. They have them filled with dough. And they're selling them. You can cook your own bread in them. Imagine such a thing. So naturally I'll have to try it out to see if it's really a true thing. It's pretty good to get the dirt out first. But you know, if you like dirt, if you like camping, you know, a little dirt never hurt anybody. Pigs eat dirt just to find out, just to, when they're sick, they eat the dirt. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la la. That's Brahms. First, I just changed the key. This is my new stoneware. I got it at the dump. You recognize it? Some people would think it's a flower pot. It used to be a flower pot back in its day, but not anymore. Hydrogen, helium, lithium, beryllium. I stand all amazed at the love Jesus offers me. Confused at the grace that's freely He proffers me. I tremble. You know, if you weren't here, you probably wouldn't be doing the dishes. Do you realize what a good influence you are on me? You are such a good influence. Some of you would probably remove that whole thing of dirty dishes from the sink so that you could use the whole sink. Now that would be the smart thing to do. The organized thing to do. But if I were to do that, you know what would happen? make a big wet mess on my counter, which would then run down onto the floor. Others of you would just do those dishes first. But I am choosing to do the big dishes on the counter so that I can actually have a counter that is once again usable. I'm getting there. It's going to take a while. It's gonna take a little time. Now I have a pot here with burned stuff on the bottom. You know the best way to get burned stuff on the bottom? You just put it on the burner and burn it off. I'll show you how this is to be done. We'll just let that burn for a minute. And then it'll come right off. Look at that, I've used up all that soap. But never fear, I have more. This is a very wasteful way to do your water. Yes, indeed. If you do your water like this, you're wasting good water. You would go outside and go into the septic, and it'll sink down into the ground, and it'll go back into the well, and it'll come right up again. Wasteful, wasteful. See, if I spend all my time doing the dishes that are in the sink, if I don't get them all done, then my counters are still filthy. So this way, the counters are not going to be filthy when I'm done. Now, I do like to keep my soap up here. There's a lot of soap up there. Oh, I can hear it starting to smoke or starting to boil away. See that over there? Right there. You first just gotta cook the water away, and then oh, it's time. The time is far spent. There is little remaining to publish glad tidings by sea on my line. Oops, not done yet. Two more minutoses. You know, the only trouble with making crock pot dinner is that you don't have a crock pot to clean out. Look at this, I can see my counter. Gross, gross, gross. None of you would ever have such a filthy counter. Okay, now you see this? See, it's all burned. See how it's all curling up? Let me just get my spatula and show how this is to be done. Okay, you just go like that. And off it goes. Let's do a little more. Spruce roots that need to be split, peeled and split. This is what happens when you make cookies and don't clean up. There they are. Now you know. It's like I scraped one off the top. I have the best way of cleaning off a counter where stuff is really stuck on. You take a very that's really helpful for after making bread. In case you didn't know how to clean a filthy house, this is how you do it. I guess you'd probably like it if I'd let you go home now. Would you like that? I guess we could do that. Just a minute until I'm ready to go over there. Look at that. But you know what happens as soon as I clean off the counter? I cook. Oh, a waste of good counter space. I guess I should let you go. I want you here with me. This must be a very big video now, though. Very, very big. Very long. Realize that my kitchen never gets clean unless I actually show it to you happening, taking it from this terrible situation to a more normal. Well, actually, that was the normal situation. Okay, well, I think I'm ready to turn you off. down to the sink. Fiddle-um, 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 dum-dum. Oh, somebody's here.